I'm also very grateful for their help and assistance, along with my colleague and friend Gordon Smith, on a provision that was included in the Defense Authorization Bill, but has been subsequently dropped, and that was the hate crime legislation that we have added, which had been included at other times as well in the Defense Authorization Bill, included in the year 2000, the year 2002, and now by a vote of 60 to 39 was included in this legislation. This legislation is to make sure that our troops are going to be the best trained, we're going to be best led, and be best equipped, and also the very serious efforts that have been made in terms of the health care that have been pointed out by the Senator from Washington and other various provisions of enormous importance. But what we are interested in doing is giving the support to our frontline troops. And we ask ourselves, what are they doing? What is their task? And their task is fighting terrorism and fighting evil overseas. Fighting terrorism and fighting evil overseas so that we are going to be safe and secure. And it does seem to me that if they're fighting for terrorism and evil overseas, they're fighting for American values overseas, they ought to also be fighting for American values here at home. And the values here at home are the terrorism and evil that exist here at home in terms of hate crimes, the types of crimes that are devoted and focused on the individuals about who they are, the kind of crimes that hurt not just the individuals but the community, the kind of crimes that have expanded significantly over the period of recent years. America is a better America than tolerating hate crimes. America is a better America when we are fighting hate crimes in the best way and with all of the tools that we possibly can. We had that legislation was included. We had a good debate here on the floor of the United States Senate. We had bipartisan support for that hate crimes legislation. That same concept had been passed as an individual bill from the House of Representatives. The same concept was included in instructions from the House of Representatives 3 years ago that we should accept it. But this time, Mr. President, the House of Representatives refused to address it, and we have seen that provision withdrawn, not included, and I think it was a significant and important mistake. I want to just give those that are committed to that program, Mr. President, that effort to try and deal with the problems of violence in America. This is an aspect of violence in America. We've all seen the challenges of violence in America in these past weeks. Well, there's violence in America, as the Southern Poverty Conference talks about, all over in schoolyards and communities all over our nation in terms of hatred that are designating individuals of different color skin, different races, different ethnic backgrounds, different sexual orientation. And so, Mr. President, at another time, we'll bring this issue back to the floor of the United States Senate, and we want to give the assurances of those that have been a part of this whole march, which has taken place over the period of years since 1968 with the killing of Dr. King. This has been a continuing march. We haven't stopped. We will not yield. We will not give in. And I'm grateful to the Senator from Virginia for yielding this time, and we will ultimately prevail. I thank the Senator.